Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update, and yeah, things are looking up, aren't they? Here, guys, things are not looking as bad as they have been. Maybe I can withdraw my McDonald's application. I'm not too sure quite yet. I'll just have to see how it goes. Not that I'll even get the job, but you know. But yeah, so let's go over to our Bitcoin 4-hour chart. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4-hour. It is looking obviously looking good here with respect to moving away from our support zone. You can see we had a wick. Well, it wasn't a wick, it was a close and then a rejection. Pretty aggressive move down. Tried to get back up again. Another move down, and now we do find ourselves holding well above it. So it is obviously fine margins. We are only talking like the space of like what, less than $1,000 above the top side of it, but it is good. We can hopefully get some acceleration to the upside from here. Got to take out 4,350 to 43,500 to $44,000, and then yeah, we should then see a test up towards $57,000, and then maybe we just still trade sideways, consolidating this area, coming back, test 44,000 before ultimately hopefully making our way onwards and upwards. But yeah, things are looking a lot better here. Also, if we look at our measure of risk appetite, i.e. the Ethereum Satoshi pairing, it is looking a lot better here, making an attempt to break back through this very important resistance, old support, new resistance there. If we get back above here, it will be looking pretty good. The USD pairing, still there or thereabouts. I mean, it is trading sideways pretty much within, well, I say sideways, it is trading within its this lower range here. Didn't break below this, the most important horizontal here, as you can see. Needs to get back above here. If it does, things will start to look pretty good. But I mean, realistically, this is all we need to know. This is all we need to look at. Look, we have broken at the moment. We are trading broken above, closed candle above, trading above this area of resistance here, which is basically the area where we just go into price discovery. As you can see, we kind of did here before getting slammed down. So this is clearly incredibly bullish. The market has kind of realized, in a way, the 10-year yield has called the market's bluff. It kind of knows the Fed can't deal with that. It can't have that. So are we just gonna catapult onwards and upwards? I mean, we could draw a nice trend line here now. We could also just look at the price action above that we had here as anomalous, as in basically it was just a fake out. So if we ignore that and then just look at the overall pattern, we are clearly in a very nice looking ascending triangle off the back of a bullish formation. Yeah, like I said, if you just exit out and just kind of look, this was basically all this was here was a bit of Christmas excitement whilst Jerome Powell held off his bad news, just to allow us just to enjoy our turkeys basically, and then he popped up as soon as Christmas was done. So yeah, that's what that was. So yeah, if we do look at this overall move, then yeah, we could be looking at a very nice move to the upside. It's going to drag stocks with it. It's going to drag everything with it. If we do look at the 10-year, it is easing off here. I mean, this is what needs to be controlled. This can't keep going up, otherwise everything is over. So yeah, easing off at the moment. Clearly, it can have another leg up. It can retest these highs, but it's not what the doctor ordered. Put it that way. DXY looking like it could test lower as well from here. My theory on the dollar is that realistically the Fed can't do what it said it was going to do to try and rein in inflation because of what stocks did. So now stocks have realized the Fed can't do that. So what can the Fed do? It can do yield curve control, and it can and then the government can like try and do UBI. Both of those things are going to be weak for the dollar. what are gonna potentially try and help people. I mean, it's just more intervention, but I mean, they have no options, so that is basically what they're gonna do. They're obviously not gonna particularly like this either. Oil may just continue in the upward grind. I mean, there is only one direction for oil, whilst we have all this this green movement going on. There is underinvestment, and still basically the same amount of use of this asset. So I mean, prices obviously have to go up, and this again is not ideal. But I mean, there's a lot of oil companies that some rich, powerful people own that won't be too bothered about this. But yeah. Oil is structurally just going to have to go up based on what is going on. Unless obviously they bring back nuclear in a big way, which again those whatchamacallit tree huggers don't like that either. Nuclear technology has moved on quite a lot, quite significantly since the technology, the very aging technology that was used in Japan and all over really, that has struggled. But yeah, nuclear's moved on. That will be the answer. So until obviously that starts to become socially accepted, I mean, we're just gonna have to pull up with oil going up. What else did we want to look at on here? I'm sure there was something else. Gold inching up a little bit. As you can see, still holding above there, well, basically 1800, but not really too much to see there. One thing I did want to mention, some analysts, if we actually look at Bitcoin on, we'll just go to a daily. They have been saying that obviously Bitcoin was trading around this $40,000 area. What happened here was obviously the Bitcoin ETF. So they were accumulating, buying into it, front running it, and then obviously then selling the facts, and then ultimately we just found ourselves in the same range. So obviously, whilst this looks like a head and shoulders, they are just saying it's just fund flows, and it's the fund flows because of the ETF buying in, and then obviously then the front running, and then just the dumping, and the summary of it is that we are basically at the same place that we were before, which is obviously not bad. So whilst Bitcoin wasn't following stocks when they went to all-time highs, whilst Bitcoin made this move here, what this was the ETF just flows of funds, ETF buying because of the ETF, and then we find ourselves back where we are, and ultimately Bitcoin has not done a lot relative to stock markets. So maybe we're not as correlated as we thought. I mean, we certainly know we're not that correlated because we had that move to all-time highs in stocks, and Bitcoin was still down here. This move up here didn't necessarily correlate with much relative to what stock markets did afterwards. So yeah, maybe we are just finding ourselves averaging around 40 to 50,000, and maybe that is the fair value for Bitcoin for the time being, until we potentially see some dollar weakness. Well, yeah, dollar weakness rather than stock market moves. Maybe just looking for some dollar weakness. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. So let's have a look at those stochastics. We need those that 5-day and weekly. Come on, get going. 4 hour looking pretty toppy here. But that is fair enough. It is a shorter time frame. We've had a relatively decent move. 10 hour moving up nicely. 12 hour starting to move up nicely here. Daily turning up from a very low level. Bi-daily just turning up here. We saw that yesterday also. Then the 3-day is down. The 5-day still looking to turn back up. Weekly looking to turn back up. And then bi-weekly, monthly actually pointed down at the moment. But yeah, like I said, 5-day and weekly. If we get going, basically above this 44,000, then I really think that will turn these up, and we will see, like I said, a test into this level, maybe a bit of a pullback, and then a break on through to the next range, and then we decide how deep into the $50,000 we can make it. Obviously the downside is clear. I mean, we all know what it is. It's basically these lows here, but this does look like the last liquidity hunt wick. I mean, this is just how markets move. If we're going to make the move in the one direction, we do make a lot of the move in the other direction, taking out all the stops and lows, because that's just how they roll. It is not easy. Trading isn't easy. One thing also I will say, trading, if we are still in a bull market and we are going on to new highs, it would like that how bearish the narrative has been and how much fear there's been down here would be what you'd expect, because it's just not easy trading full stop or trading bull markets, and obviously this did strike the fear of God into a lot of people, just like we did down here. Everyone was bearish down here, no one was wanting to buy, people were selling thinking this is it, and then bam, we go on to new all-time highs. It is relatively similar. We can obviously spend more time down here, maybe we do even break lower, but all I'm saying is the sentiment is relatively similar to down here. People are as convincingly convinced that we are moving lower. People are bearish, fearful, thinking yeah, and then ultimately that is what markets need to do. I'm not saying that means we will go up, but that is what has to happen in bull markets, because they're just not that easy. But yeah, one other thing I wanted to look at was, yeah, the Bitcoin dominance. We look at the Bitcoin dominance and we look at it on like a larger time frame. Let's say like the daily. Let's straighten this out. I mean, this is a particularly bearish looking formation, isn't it? Here we've got going on here. This is particularly bearish off the back of a move down, a descending triangle at the lows, at macro, basically macro support. I mean, if this makes a leg down, this will obviously have to coincide with a nice Bitcoin bull market with craziness in alts, an absolute feeding frenzy bonanza in the crypto market. And if this, I mean, just looking at it, I mean, we can't. This is percentages, so obviously there will be diminishing returns in percentage-wise as you move down. You obviously can't get to zero because Bitcoin will still have a value relative to alts. So there are diminishing returns as you move low in the percentage. But so what I'm saying is we can't draw projected targets. What I'm saying, but nonetheless, we can significantly move down here and potentially even move down towards even 30%, and that is going to be absolute. It's going to be an absolute. To quote some other crypto YouTubers, it's gonna make millionaires. It's gonna make millionaires. We are all gonna be millionaires. One millionaire. So yeah, you just need to get a few $100s of your favorite altcoin, and then yeah, and then you'll be a millionaire. I mean, it is that simple. So there you go. But yeah, just wanted to show that this is looking. I mean, obviously the Bitcoin dominance and the Ethereum Satoshi pair, they are like my favorite barometers of how much appetite for risk there is in the crypto market. And like I said, if you break down here, that indicates a lot of appetite for risk. It indicates that we are in a bull market, and that yeah, Bitcoin's going to continue onwards and upwards. But yeah, there you go. Main thing to watch out is this: we have got inflation numbers this week. Today I believe, so yeah, watch out for some just fudge numbers, because they realise that it's probably just easier to lie about numbers than it is to actually do anything about the number. It's just funny, isn't it, the world we live in? But again, look at this ascending triangle, just looking good, just looking bullish. Like I said, crack up boom. Ludwig von Mises crack up boom, only up. These markets are like sharks. If they're not moving forwards, they die. And do we want them to die? No. Do they want them to die? No. So what can they only do? Keep driving them forward. So there you go. Anyway, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.